done talking about that. Oh. Well, I mean, I hope Sotik would have been the first to know. Any reason why? Suppose.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
Alright, heard you guys talking about Lex not being here, so let's go ahead. Everybody's here.
Yes, he's low.
Yeah, a little bit quiet, yeah.
Very low
I thought
today.
that was me, yeah. Yeah, it do be like that.
Hello?
Hello.
That's better.
That's much better.
I just noticed something. I think my face and my token got smaller, but I haven't because I can see another image now of a different version of RV cropping in off to the side. And I'm like, that wasn't there before, was it? I feel like it wasn't.
Alright, so I heard you guys talking about Lex, so you know he won't be here. Go ahead, whoever wants to give a recap and we'll jump into it.
Well,
last week we ended up all catching up with each other. Well, sorry, Ava and Ceres ended up catching up with Arvio and Grim in the process of some random group getting ambushed by 3, like, I don't know, mouth giants, I'd call them.
Big Namas, yes.
Yeah, I don't know what they were called, but mouth giants. And we proceeded to lay the smackdown on them, and were joined in by some crazy druid lady that was hanging out in a tree. And one of the guys that was in the ambush party seemed to be a fairly competent fighter of some sort, and he joined in. And now they are joining our group as we're trying to travel to, I think, the Elven town, if I remember right.
Yeah, Elven Town is a pit stop, and then going continually north to the human port town. Sorry.
I mean, sure, whatever you say.
I just remembered that you gave me a DM after that question was, and you were like, I don't think I was being that unclear. I mean,
Hey.
come on, guys.
I mean, Leah knows where she's going.
She doesn't know how to tell everybody she knows where she's
You can ask.
I can, but she's nuts. It's the thing of Arvia was like, okay, she's obviously operating on a completely different wavelength than I am. This is going to take some getting used to.
Well, I'm sure if Lex was here, he would, I guess I'll speak on his behalf, or not Lex, Kelvic, Awen, that he was a prisoner by those giants, and you guys have saved him, has pledged a life debt to the group, that he will go wherever you all go.
Sadly, we lost one of the NPCs.
Yeah, one of them got eaten whole.
Yes.
Just kind of swallowed.
And speaking
apparently
of
those mouth giants really like to eat people.
Hence, mouth giant.
Like even more so than living, because apparently he could have come around and tried to fight against somebody, but instead he chose to pick up somebody and eat them instead.
Indeed, he did.
And then
So,
it was done.
you have all woken up. Well, some of you were already awake on your watch. The rest of you have come to. The sun is rising, getting ready to to pack up camp and head out.
Is Cell a
What do you all
dwarf?
do? No, he is short though and has a beard, but he is not a dwarf.
Oh, he looks dwarvish.
They seem like fine folk.
As you guys are kind of
I-
around the, go ahead.
I would actually like to walk up to Cell and ask him if point blank to his face if he's a dwarf. Because you look like a dwarf, sir.
I get that a lot, but no. Rumor is maybe somewhere in my ancestry there's a little bit of half dwarvish going on, but as far as I know, all human.
Oh, well, I haven't met many dwarves. I'd like to meet more. Nice
Ah.
party.
Plenty back in Utork. And then Furun, as you guys are kind of getting ready, says, all right, so onwards, yes? Where are we going again?
We're going to Salsa.
Place. Yeah, that's the name of the elven place.
No,
Fucking
That's-
right.
that's where the humans live.
Okay, that's north. Yes.
No.
No. Okay, we're going north.
Oh, you want to go north? Okay, then we're going to the Elven City. Fine.
Well, we're going. Okay. No.
Yes?
Druid, please.
I mean, at this point, you're confusing her.
Okay, pause. Why are we were heading away. I thought we were heading north to get away from the 4 fucking armies that are currently surrounding Utork.
And Awen will cut in. They're not surrounding Utork. Utork is fighting for other nations in their lands currently. Utork itself pretty safe right now as it stands.
Oh my god, why didn't you say that? You made it sound like they were currently under siege. Sorry. I've been through a lot.
Leah is still looking at you like, so where do you want to go?
No, please.
So you want to go to Elves? Okay, but remember what I told you last night. We can't stay there for long.
Yes.
Well, it's better than staying here in the forest. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna continue explaining
why-
as we're walking.
Why, and Furun cuts back in, why head to the Elven City?
Apparently, well, I was honestly, as far as I'm concerned, the Elven City is just a pit stop on the way up north.
What's wrong with going to the Elven City?
It sounded like they were just gonna let us stay for a couple days, and
Well, probably less.
We're-
Probably less than that. Actually, I was thinking about maybe a day, maybe 2 at most.
so the plan is to travel the wilderness to an Elven City that may or may not take us in, and then travel in the wilderness. You guys do know that, as I have to convey this since Lex isn't here, Aerith is quite a long ways away from here. If Celsa, you say it's only 9 days away. That seems a whole lot closer to human civilization. I mean, I will go where you go, but I'm just kind of
Okay.
laying out the land for all of you.
Okay, then
And
follow.
before we go blindly just marching because we don't want to stand here anymore.
Okay, then follow-up question: how safe is Celsa? You said is that how you pronounce it, Celsa?
I mean, I only seen it from outside, never been inside, but it's full of humans.
Okay, well, that was an open question. Anybody could answer.
I've never been there. I've never actually heard of it. Leah, that's how you pronounce it, right?
Yeah, indeed.
You know this is a human settlement that's tucked into
Oh.
the forest, and I'm talking to you as DM.
Okay,
So
sorry.
this is a human settlement that's tucked into the forest
Yes.
right on the edge of the Empress
Mhm.
Sea. And as far as you've seen, they're just a peaceful little hunter farming village, and
Mhm.
you've not seen anybody I don't know if you would know what an army is, but you have not seen people fighting there. It seems like it's pretty reclusive from everything else.
Okay. I've probably never been inside, but I guess I would know they're fairly peaceful. Okay. So
Yeah,
so
just watching them from the woods.
Mhm. So they seems to be peaceful.
Okay. Anything else?
I didn't see anyone fighting around there, if that's what you're asking.
Well, no, we've already established that. Like,
What-
what's the
what-
town like? Like, what's its?
I mean,
more information.
I guess it's fairly small. Doesn't look that rich, I guess.
Okay. Follow-up question: if we were to say, well, I don't know, hypothetically, plop down a mansion inside of this town, would it be the biggest building? Hypothetically.
Does Leah know what a mansion is?
Probably not. But he did say building, so I'm kind of trying to figure out what was the biggest building I saw in there.
There is. Let me look through my bazillions of maps. Okay, there is one rather large building kind of in the middle that seems to be a bunch of stone that has a dome on the top that you've seen from your perches in the tree as you look at it.
So I kind
There are several big buildings, bigger than the other ones in town. But outside of that, I mean, if you don't know how big a mansion is, it's kind of going to be up to you, whatever you think.
I would probably point at the tree that looks like resemble the height of the tallest building I saw in there. About that tall, made of stone. I don't know what mansion is.
It's basically a very large residential building that has several floors, a lot of bedrooms, and can hold very large families or several families.
Is it bigger than this tree? Kind of pointing at the biggest tree around.
Yeah, is the mansion taller than that tree?
One sec.
Thank you.
Sorry, I had to deal with something. No, she is pointing at a very tall tree, taller than what the mansion would be. If you want to do intelligence check for me, RVO, you can.
I hope that Omaima is listening to this entire clusterfuck of a conversation, though, so that I don't have to explain it secondhand later.
She's standing there, mouth kind of agape, just unable to believe what she's saying.
Well, I honestly don't have enough insight to understand which part of the conversation she's so flabbergasted by, because there's a lot to go through. But what check was it?
Intelligence.
Okay.
So she is talking about a large stone building taller than that tree, and as you look into that tree, that's a pretty massive tree. Might be a temple or barracks or something. Maybe even town hall. Obviously, it's a building of importance.
Okay, well, you said that there were no men in armor or people fighting, yeah?
No, I didn't see anyone fighting. That's for sure. There were people holding weapons. Yeah.
Hoarding weapons.
Yes.
That's curious. Anyway, definitely curious. But we're about to make the real estate go way up in this area. Let's check it out.
So we're going to sell something, yes?
Correct.
Okay.
Right, so you guys will start marching that way. As you're doing so, Faroon will kind of cut in and say, I don't want to persuade you guys. I was just trying to figure out the plan because some of you just seem kind of march happy. So, but sounds like we've worked this out. So, onwards. Leah, you said it was?
Yes, indeed. Let's go.
All right.
I love your girl voice. It's just you pitched up 12 octaves.
I'm trying to be in character.
Yeah, I know. I'm not giving you shit. I'm saying I genuinely love it.
So I need a survival check from you, Leah, as you are leading the group.
All right.
Oh, how much of a dick move would it be to say you roll a 6?
All right. So you are leading. Grim, what are you doing? All right, keeping watch.
Yeah, I'll be keeping
looking
watch
for
in
food.
the back and looking for food for the group.
Okay. Well, you give me perception or survival, whichever one you want to make your primary focus. Perception would be okay. Cerez, what are you doing as they start marching through the woods?
She'll just be keeping watch. She'll be towards the middle of the group.
Okay, you can go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
And Ava, what are you doing as the group is marching?
I would be trying to chat up this the two NBCs, Furin and Cell.
All right, they seem
Just
to.
idle conversation.
Yeah, they your conversation kind of leads around. They tell you a little bit about the country. Apparently, they grew up and lived in the area of Utork, and the emperor is kind of trying to expand his kingdom, and so they and about 15 other merchants had decided to head up north to get out of there, but that's when the giants attacked them. And they tell you some other small things, but otherwise, Arvio, what are you doing?
Oh, he's hanging out with Omima and Dymek in this march, but definitely keeping track of that. They're still going south because they've had rather bad luck with it. Less to do with Leah's competency, but just to make sure everything is going smoothly. So count this as the double check. 19.
All right. Leah, you do know these woods, and you are heading in the direction that you know the town is in. Unfortunately, as you are kind of going, you realize that the group doesn't move through the woods as easy as you do. So what is for you just a 9-day worth of travel, you think might take twice as long for the group. However, you there he goes finally. However, you kind of realize this. Your roll was pretty good, so you start guiding the group through the woods in a way that will not slow them down. So you do make a day's worth of travel as you would expect it if you were by yourself. I will need. See, we'll just go alphabetical on Discord. Arvio, go ahead and roll me a d20. Just a straight up d20.
Sure thing. That's a 9. Oh, wait, I rolled that to you, but you still saw it. Okay.
Yep. All right, and I will need that the check from Cerez.
Bless you.
Just a
Thank
d20?
you.
No, you were keeping what, so I need perception from you.
Yes, I did the 18 did not go through.
I don't see it on my side. Oh, I see it. Yep. Yeah, I see it now. Okay, so you guys march through the woods for a day. If I remember, turn this on, that off. So it is very thick. The picture that you see on the splash screen is pretty much what you guys march through, but the Leah manages to take you down some paths that are clear and through some clearings, some meadows, and it doesn't go as slow as it might have if you guys were just wandering by yourselves. But eventually, as you have traveled without incident through the day, you find yourselves as the sun setting. And Mama will be like, can we camp soon? I think Dymek is getting a little tired.
That seems best. Let's see if we can find a proper site.
After you, and whoever wants to look for somewhere to camp, go ahead and give me a survival check.
I will do my diggity darndest.
Too late.
17. Too late. Sorry.
Okay.
So Ava, you do find the places they're kind of looking, and then Arvio, you're kind of like, I think there might be just a little bit better of a spot up here, and so you guys push forward through to that one, and you find yourselves in a little meadow. Vegetation kind of gives you guys plenty of cover.
Like
And,
to think there's like a rocky outcropping where we could kind of like set up underneath maybe.
You can kind of push if you want to look for one, sure.
Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. The
Alright.
17 is a 17.
Yep. But you do find yourself, you feel it is pretty sheltered. Everybody else comes in, they seem pretty happy with it. The NPCs, including Dymic and Yemima, start unpacking and taking out tents and kind of getting ready for the night. What are the rest of you gonna do? Grim, you
Before everyone.
you weren't so great on finding food, by the way.
Yeah, I kind of figured I'll do it again while everyone else is getting supplies and trying to get some like firewood.
Okay, you don't have to make a roll then. If you take the time to focus on it,
Yeah.
you can find some food.
And some firewood and whatnot.
Easy enough as you head out. It's a little different when you're marching through the woods trying to watch out for the stuff versus you're actually focusing on finding that stuff. So you manage to find some food and some water if you need it, as well as some fire supplies. So you come back and start building the fire.
Yeah, before I put up my stuff.
All right. Anybody else doing anything in particular?
Arvio is going to. Is this just in this one moment, or is this tonight?
Just in this moment for now.
Okay.
Basically, this is from when you guys stop to set up camp before you start taking watch. So anything you want to do in between that time, you can do right now.
Well, Arvio, seeing that there's several people probably more capable of dealing with the wilderness than he is, such as our druidess, he is going to stay with the NPCs and help them set up camp. And maybe build up a repartee with our new two NPCs.
All right. They seem pretty nice. And anything you in particular you want to chat to them about, or?
No, I just basically like make sure that they're doing all right. Small talk, make them feel a little bit at ease.
Yeah.
Some things.
They're still pretty uncomfortable being in the woods, and just a couple of days ago they were prisoners to the things that they saw eat most of their friends that they've ever known. But they are very thankful that you guys saved them and are excited to be out of the woods as soon as they can be.
That is, can't blame them for that one.
So outside of that, nope, rebooting. So we'll go ahead and just kind of roll into the night as you guys have ate, drank, sat around, and talked a little bit.
Grim will take first watch.
All right.
I'm only going to put in this small note that Arvio is going to continue telling Dymic stories as like a bedtime.
No problem. Awen, he will go ahead and offer to take up second watch.
I'll take up third.
I'll meditate for 4 hours, get some rest that way, and after that I'll just hang out with whoever is awake.
Oh, okay.
All right. Do you want to claim third and fourth watch?
Sure.
Okay. All right, Grim, go ahead and give me a roll. Perception, yeah, sorry. Forgot to say that part. Alrighty. So as you are sitting there, kind of taking watch, the sun is going down. The sky turns from red to a dark as it just blankets the land, and all you have available to you to see anything.
My bad.
Sorry, just trying to find something here. So you're kind of sitting there, just looking around, trying to keep watch. You kind of hear like a clicking sound and some rustling, and you look over towards the source where it came from, and don't really see anything at the moment. But you definitely know you heard something.
Okay. I'll get my crossbow out, my hand crossbow, just in case.
All right.
I'll kind of slowly, like, go closer to the area that I saw.
All right, so you get up and you start walking over towards the tree. They're in the general area where you heard the sound, and you're just kind of standing there, and all of a sudden you hear like clicking sounds. Before it sounded almost like branches moving or something, but now you can actually hear what sounds like teeth hitting each other. And as you realize this is probably something in the tree, you look upwards and see a snake-like creature that's just sitting up in the tree. Doesn't have eyes, but its face seems to be focused on you, and as soon as you make eye contact with it, it just lunges in your direction.
Yeah.
So we will go ahead. Yeah? Alright. We will go ahead and enter into initiative here. Just give me a second.
Mhm.
'Cause I gotta get tokens and move tokens over. Unfortunately, I deleted the map you guys had tokens on.
Bugger.
Yeah, so we'll do this the fun way, where I drag you guys out and add you on, so hopefully stuff will work.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed the lighting works, yeah.
Oh, it's just I gotta go in and change all your visions. You have night vision. You see this is you, Arvio. You see in a range of 60 feet, right?
Let me check that for you. I think that's correct. Dark vision. I see 60 feet as if it were bright light, and the darkness as if it were dim light.
All right.
Yeah, same as Arvio.
So I see everything but dim. Oh, this looks great, actually, you know?
Okay, and I just gotta. Change a couple things. All right, yours is done. Ava, I'm working on you now. I should add a campfire. You can see your token, right, Ava? You can't see anything,
I
though, right?
cannot see my token. I can't see anything. Token or
Oh.
otherwise.
How about now?
Yes, I can see my token.
All right, give me 1 second. You guys are gonna see a brand new campfire appear.
It's sorcery. It's a mimic. Kill it.
As I need to.
Cat, stop.
Is the cat trying to eat your cabbages?
No, she's trying to eat my face.
She loved it. Sorry.
You guys can go ahead and chit chat while I get this set up. It'll probably take me a couple minutes.
It's all good.
Sorry about that.
I can't see.
My girlfriend's cat got onto her chest during an interview earlier, or a meeting earlier. It was funny.
Oh, that's nice. Kinda.
Like shoving the butt right into her face is pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, would Ava be able to see? Because she's human and doesn't have dark.
There's a campfire.
There's a
Oh,
campfire,
there
so
you go.
Yeah, that's what I was just adding. So you can now see Ava.
Yes, I can see based off of the campfire light. I can see the
Yeah.
light. from the
Okay.
campfire.
Grim, I'm going to add you in.
okay, yeah, because it's
Maybe.
pitch black for me.
Okay, you're a giant.
I mean,
As he should be.
actually, I'm the smallest of the meat machines. So
Okay, you can see, right?
How tall are you?
no, I can't see.
That's because I need to set it for you. There you go.
There we go.
I gotta change all your settings and everything.
How tall is Grim? Out of curiosity.
Grim is not even 6 foot.
That okay, but like
He's 5'11".
he is 1 inch taller than Arby.
Like I said, he's not a tall like Lex and Philip were.
You know what it is, though? You know what it is? It is the 5'11 versus 6 foot meme, but like 5'11 is just a midget, and like 6 foot is like a huge dude. It's that.
Pretty much.
It's exactly that.
I do not know. Oh, there you go. I don't have to worry about him since he's not here. So we'll go ahead and move on to you, Leah. Again, I apologize.
It's all
I'm
good.
pretty sure I got the same dark vision as Arvia.
Yeah, I just need to drag your token out and then get it set up properly. If it will drag out, it seems to be taking forever to drag tokens out. She is. I guess you don't have a token saved to yours, so give me one more second. There we go. Since you are meditating, I'm just going to put you right there.
Alright.
And then I will give this to you. Give it sight, dark vision. Dark vision, setting it all up.
Yep,
And
I see it.
then, do you have dark vision as a half elf, Cerez?
Yes.
60 feet, correct?
Yep.
Okay, everybody who needs to be set up should be set up. You'll be meditating there. I need to drag out NPC tokens, so give me a second for that. As you can tell, this was very impromptu.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Eventually, Dinah
This
will
thing
have
is
a
gonna
token.
mess me up.
I mean, as long as it doesn't mess you up before each of us absolutely destroy it, then you should be fine. Yeah, that is a problem.
Is there a mech on the middle?
So yeah, those up
Oh.
here. Actually, I can go ahead and do this. Can you tell which beds weren't part of the original map?
No, not at all.
Okay, there you go. That's Arvio and his family. The rest of you guys are kind of just spread out.
Fair enough.
Okay, just setting up. Let me get this going so you guys can start doing something. Go ahead and roll initiative, and I will get the NPCs, the monsters set up.
We have rested, haven't we?
Yes, you guys woke up and traveled.
Do, 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 do.
My bad. I thought we were kept going.
Nope.
Alakazam.
Well, thank you for clearing that up. Hero points. So, do we get do this session?
I was gonna figure we can do that next time you guys level, because you're pretty much at your next level.
True. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you guys already have inspiration, so.
Yeah.
All right. Did I add them? I did not. So, okay. So I need to roll for their initiative. So this thing does not surprise you. You look up and see it coming down, but apparently is faster than everybody. This giant thing right here jumps out of the tree onto you. Well, not on top of you, but it is going to land, and it looks like a snake, but it has a beak, and then out from the beak are these 4 what looks like tentacles, but they have sharp claws on the end of them, and so it lunges in to bite you, and as it does so, it just closes the little claws onto you. Yeah, well, it is. All right, so that one will hit you. And that is going to be... You're going to take 10 piercing damage as its beak bites you. And then its tentacles will try to come in. Oh, okay, I did this wrong. So no, that was the tentacle. We will say that was the tentacle.
Okay.
This is a tail attack it does, and then because the tentacles hit, it will try to make a bite on you. And that will also hit you. Sorry, you can't do the bite attack unless the tentacle attack hits. But you will only take 4 damage. So you took the first damage was slashing, and then the second was piercing.
So 14 damage total.
Yes.
All right, sounds good.
All right. And then as they are laying there.
Oh, heavens above.
Oh no.
I just hope Ava has a better day tomorrow. Doesn't seem to be as weak.
These other ones, so this giant one just crashes next to you and it lunges at you, and then you hear rustling, you turn and look and you can see smaller ones just emerging from the trees, conveying onto your friends. So Arvio.
Would I be able to say anything, or just hear me scream at least? From the pain of getting bit and hit.
I mean, you can yell out from the pain, sure, but
Yeah,
it is...
look, that's all I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, yeah, they can't, react to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of figured.
So the tail will hit you, and then it will try its tentacle attack on you, Arvio. Or the tail will miss you, and the tentacle misses you. So you're good. Let's see if anyone gets hit.
Okay, sure.
Yep. That one rolled very low on you.
I'm breakdancing in my sleeping bag. You can't touch me.
So that first one's going to hit, and the second one's going to hit. So I rolled a third one. This is all on A-Win. The third one will miss. A-Win will take some damage. Figure out what his health is. Isn't it shift click opens a character sheet?
Shift
I
double
just
click.
Okay, thank you. All right. So the second one is going to attempt to attack. That is going to fail. And that one's going to fail. Oh, it doesn't get 3 attacks. Okay, so Cerez, you got these 2 down here. They are going to attempt to attack you. So Tail is going to miss. Well, maybe. No, it misses. Tentacle. The tentacle will hit you. So you are going to take from the tentacle. And they actually do different damage. You will take 10 slashing damage. And it will try to bite you with a beak attack. I believe that hits your AC. Yes. That will hit your AC. So then you will take 4 piercing damage from the beak. And then is Ava back? No. Well, Ava's going to get attacked. That will hit. And that will miss. And that will bring us to you, Arvio. Sorry it took so long, guys, but now it is your
It's
turn.
all good.
Arvio.
Let's mess them up.
Cool. I'm in a sticky situation of where I have 11 AC, but my child is and lover is right here. So I'm taking, boys. This
Be a
is the
man.
real Yeah, be a man, right? And Arvio is going to use some of his innate infernal heritage and cast Flame Blade as a bonus action and stab this motherfucker. Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna miss.
10. Let me see. Yep, you miss. You make contact and you see that its scales are almost rock-like and it just deflects it away.
I'm very confused because this sword is made of flame. The calculations are going. I'm just going to yell to the other 2 to stay behind me. Which may or may not wake them up, but you know, that's for the better.
Alright. Well, that will bring us to Ava, unless there's anything else you wish to do.
I have nothing else. I used my bonus action, my action, and I'm using a free action to get them up and behind me. So, yeah, no.
Understandable. Well, we will just pause on Ava's turn and bring us to you, Grims.
Well, I'm sure everyone's awake now.
You see people stirring in their beds.
So, I'm going to rage, drop my crossbow, and take out my battle axe and shield.
Alright, go for it.
And then I'll swing at it.
21 will hit.
And I'll swing at it again. Oh, 20, it's plus rage. So it's 14 in total.
14, okay.
And I swing again.
Yeah, 21 will hit.
And there we go, another 14. And I'll move slightly. But trying to stay in its range.
Yep.
And that will be my turn.
I'm back.
Alright. No problem. Are you back in roll 20?
I'm reloading the page right now.
Okay, we kind of just put your turn on pause, so as soon as you get back in, it will be your turn.
Okay. Sorry, my router keeps crashing.
It's all good.
I totally understand. Mine does the same sometimes.
When you spend a couple $100 on a router, you would think that it wouldn't crash all the time. Great. Now roll 20.
I
doesn't
assume
want to load.
nothing.
Come on, roll 20. Okay, so all I see is a big creature. It's all I know. Oh, there's little ones next to me.
Yes, you heard Grim yelp, and you've heard commotion around the camp. And as you stirred awake, you are still prone, laying on the ground. But you see that this thing right here came up. It actually tried to attack you. It did attack you, actually.
It did 14 points of damage to me, apparently.
Yep.
Is that halved?
No,
Okay, because I can.
they were 2 separate attacks, though.
Oh, so how much did each damage? Well, the first one is what I would have.
Okay. So then you need to add 3 HP back on, or 4 HP.
All right. So, it needs to make a deception roll, please.
The one right below you?
Yeah, the one.
All right. 16 does not meet your 28.
And I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to shoot it.
All right. That will be disadvantaged since it's right next to you.
It shouldn't
Or do
be
you
with
have a
crossbow
feat?
expert.
All right. Then never mind.
So, 21 damage.
All right. This thing, as you sink a bolt in through it and out the other side, looks really rough.
They're killable, guys. And
That's
my
good to
turn.
know. That's good.
As your turn, then it will be Awen. I guess he's just gonna Eldritch Blast. That will hit, do damage. All right. So you guys all watch Awen attack this one up here above him. It will be his turn. At this point, these 2 NPCs, the merchants, will wake up, stand up. So they only have 15. They're gonna move here. That guy's gonna take attack of opportunity, and so is he. As they start yelling and fleeing, and they will both miss.
Thank God.
And then Mima is gonna step up here. Now, if I remember correctly, she's a sorcerer, right?
She is a sorceress, yes.
All right, so she is just going to launch firebolt at this thing.
She's bolt. I'm about to be like, is she
No.
dual casting fireball? Oh my God, what has she been packing this entire time? She...
Dual casting fireball.
That will, yeah, that will
I
hit.
told you she's stronger than me. Nobody believed it in me.
All right, so Arvio, as you launch an attack, and it your sword just seems to bounce off of it. She sets up, and you watch as a bolt of fire hits this thing and just bursts, and it lets out a screech and kind of turns in your direction. And then Leah, it will be your turn. Actually, Dymek is gonna scoot back and stand behind his mother. Now it's your turn, Leah.
All right.
I'm gonna take a free action to fall in love all over again.
Can I see all the little creatures around?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll take a step back towards the fire. Just for the flavor, I will kind of reach towards the fire, and I kind of pull Scorching Rays and aim at every single one of them. So that's 3 plus 1 extra above level 2, which means that I'll have to use level 3, 4, yeah, level 5.
You have level 5 Scorching Ray.
Oh no, sorry, I'll go level 4 spells. So I'll use 5 instead of 6. Sorry, I don't know why I thought I'd go 5. So yeah, level 4 Scorching Ray, which means I'm gonna say Bro, I probably saw Ava handling this one pretty well, so I'll aim at every single other one.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're only aiming at the small ones, correct?
Yes, only small ones.
All right. And they make a save?
You can range spell.
No, you make a
no.
range. Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's weird that puts the spell.
roll 5 then.
Yeah. It's weird
10.
that puts the spell DC on there. So we'll just start down here and just
Mhm.
go counterclockwise. So that one misses. That one will hit.
Okay, so that's 6.
All right. I'll do that one. 16 will hit this one here.
9.
And this one
15.
here. 15 will hit it.
For 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Okay.
Yeah. That one up there.
25.
That will hit.
And for 8.
All right, so you guys all watch as all of a sudden these rays just kind of come bursting out and just slam into all these different creatures, and you can hear them hissing and screeching. Is there anything else you wish to do, Leah?
Hold on. Not as a bonus action. No. Okay, that's it.
All right, Cerez, it is your turn.
Alright, so first thing is I'm gonna use both of my hands and twin cast Shocking Grasp on both of these guys.
All right, let's give it to him.
21 and 22
Those will both hit.
for 11 and 10 lightning damage.
All right, they are looking worse for wear.
Perfect. I'm gonna move back.
All right, and so you take the 2 attack of opportunities.
Shocking Grasp prevents him from taking
Oh, okay,
reactions.
never mind.
And then bonus action, she's gonna cast Spiritual Weapon right above where she was sleeping at 4th level and attack the one that's closest with it. 14.
14 will just hit it.
So that will take 14 force damage.
All right, so your penguin appears and just slams into this one here, and it's just like lets out this weird crackling noise, and you can see blood just spit everywhere over to your bed. As you wake up being attacked by these 2 things, and you reach out and grab them, shocking them and running away. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay, so can these 2 do anything? It's just their reactions are gone, right?
Yeah, their reactions are just gone.
Okay, so then they will move towards you. See how you were their original prey. And then, okay, so tail attack on you first, Grim. That is gonna hit. There's no way that does not hit. So you will take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Was that already halved?
It is not. Actually, wait a minute. Hold on. You will take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. That is
Alright.
how. Because it got a critical, so it did twice the damage. And it is going to attempt to get you with its tentacle. That will hit you. This one does more damage than I thought it did. So you got off easy the first time. So you will take 8 points of damage from as all of a sudden all 4 of the tentacles come in and pierce you, and as it's holding you there, it is going to bite you or attempt to. Let's see if that hits. That will also hit you. And that will only do 15 points of slashing, and then that will, so 7 points after it gets halved. So that one laid into you pretty nasty. Yes.
Because I did 15 and 8, and then a 17.
Or no, 7. Sorry. And then Arvio, if you are back, is going to miss. So it doesn't do anything. A win. That will be a miss. And that will be a miss from the 2 on you. As is, that is a miss. That is a hit. So we will say that this one that looks like it's about to die actually hits you. That will deal 10 points of slashing damage, and because that attack hit, it is going to attempt to bite you, and that will fail. And then Ava, this one here, is going to attack you.
Okay. I am standing now, by the way.
And it just will hit you. Sorry, I had to look at your AC. So you will take 7 points of slashing damage as it lashes out with its tentacles. And then and then because the tentacles hit, it will try to bite you, but that is going to be 13, so it will miss. And yes, all the other ones miss. So Arvio, it is your turn. If you are back.
I am back. Hello. Just got me some chips. Yeah, so I feel finally realizing that when I was in the fight is like it kind of feels is a little bit impressed. Might be into it a little, but it's trying to focus on current enemy. Says he's gonna try again with the flame blade. Yeah, fucking finally. I assume that hits.
Yeah, that will hit.
Dope. Are you fucking kidding? Why'd I roll a 1, 2, 3? Are you serious? Damn it!
But impressively, you managed to bloody this thing as you cut into it. This time its rocky, like hide, does not seem to deflect your blade, and you just cut clean through.
Woo.
It's looking pretty worse for wear.
Fantastic. As long as he's focusing on me, that's fine.
All right, so is that your turn?
Yes, sir.
So now we'll bring us to you, Ava.
Okay. I am going to shoot the one next to me. And I think I just obliterated it.
Yep. It's lunging at you with its beak wide open, and your bolt goes into its mouth, and it straightens out and just travels down the whole thing, just ripping it in half, and it just flays it.
And then I am going to whip around and fire one at that. And yeah.
As you're kind of taking in, you point your hand crossbow at the other one, looking at what you did, and you just randomly launch an attack, and you almost hit Shrez, but it manages to fly right over the top of her head.
Yep. All right,
All
that's my
right.
turn. I'm staying there.
And that will bring us to you, Grim.
Alright, I'm gonna bonus action cast my Echo right next to me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start going ham. So, I'm gonna hit it with my battle axe.
Yep. That will hit.
I'm gonna swing at it again.
That will miss, unfortunately.
Yep. Oof. Rolled really bad on this.
Yeah. 4 critical.
Then I'm gonna unleash Carnation.
All right. Hits.
Then
Okay.
I'm gonna action surge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna gonna swing again.
All over again. That will miss.
Okay. I'll
As
swing
you come,
again.
As you come down to make contact, you kind of hit it in a spot where its hide looks more rocky than other parts, and you kind of see sparks shoot out as it glances off.
Then the
And
other
then
one
the
misses.
second one, you're kind of baffled, and it just pulls back.
I feel stunned. Then I'll do another Unleash Carnation.
You go for it. That will hit.
And I'll try to look around to make sure everyone's okay, like behind me. And that will be my turn.
All right. It is still standing, but you definitely carved into it this turn. Again, Awen's just gonna be a broken record since I'm the one playing him, and he will miss. And then for another go, you are gonna see. Just trying to decide what she wants to do. I guess nothing wrong with a firebolt. Seems to be a high damaged spell for a cantrip, that is. So she will launch and she will hit. And that will indeed actually finish it off. So you cut in, she kind of steps up. She'll actually step up right next to you, and she'll come up underneath your arm as you're slicing through and just launch a blast of fire right in its face, and it screeches out and collapses backwards. You can just see it, the flesh just melting off of it. Arvio, these two are just going to cower, and then Dymek is actually going to run over here as this looks safer, away from that giant one up there.
That's true, but also that's so. Also, I'm super into like battle couples, so this is dope as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
With that, Leah, it is going to be your turn.
I kind of forgot to ask the last round. What do I know about those creatures, if anything?
Can you give me a nature check?
Okay. Have a look.
You know these to be Grix. They are. They're not thought to be a natural animal. A monstrosity, perhaps, maybe some kind of abomination. Not really sure the classification, but they are not a natural animal. And all you know is that they're immune to damages that are non-magical.
I see.
Troubling.
Yes, they have. Their hide is very rock-like and very sturdy, and they can actually, if they're not moving and they curl up into a ball, you know that they can camouflage themselves as rocks. And they also are excellent climbers.
For where I stand, how does Grim look like? Does he seem to be in need of help?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Then
He's definitely took hits, but he does not look bloodied.
Okay, in that case, I'll help. I win, since he seems to be in the biggest trouble now.
Yes.
I'll
Actually, these two should be bloodied.
I'll cast Entangled just behind them and try to catch them both.
All right. Being that it's a square, if you're trying to get both of them, it will also get A1.
That's fine. So they all have to roll strength check. Strength save. Yeah.
So that is going to fail. That is going to fail, and that will fail. So you watch as all of a sudden these vines just come ripping up out of the ground and start wrapping around the two Grix as well as Awen.
That's where I want them, exactly in this spot. And I'll just hold them there, and that's my turn.
Okay, that is your turn. Then, Cerez, it is your turn.
Alright, first off, she's gonna use her bonus action to attack. Actually, this one. The one that's more damaged with her.
Yes, that one looks like it's on death's door. That will hit.
Alright. It will take 11.
Alright, that is more than enough as your penguin just like drills a hole in the side of this thing.
Cool. Second, she is going to twin cast haste on Ava and Grim.
Alright,
Oh,
we will go ahead and add. There's boots with wings in here somewhere. Thought there was. Let's give you boots. So you guys have haste.
Yeah, baby.
Is that the end of
Okay.
your turn?
Yep, that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty.
Haste gives me advantage, right?
Okay.
No, doesn't.
No, I believe you attack twice.
Yeah, I'd attack twice.
Okay, so it is going to attempt to tail whip you, Grim. It will fail. It is going to hit you with its tentacles again, and that will just hit you. It's it got the big bonuses.
I know. I kind of figured. It's like that's crazy.
Roll a 16 plus 17, which is 20.
It's hurting me.
Yes. Okay, so that's going to be. I cannot see what that number is on this dice. Yes, the tentacle attack it does is nasty. It will deal 15 damage to you, and that is the damage halved. And then since it hit you with that, it is going to attempt to bite you, and that will miss. And you are now bloodied. Anybody who cares can tell as you hear a loud grunt from Grim, and you turn and look, you can see this thing just took a nasty slice out of him, and there's blood kind of gushing out of a wound. Natural 1 is going to miss. I'm just doing all the small ones. That one's going to hit a win. And since that one hit a win, it will try to bite him and miss. A win will take some damage, and he is not bloodied yet. And then down here in you, Cerez, that will miss. So that is all of them. Back to you, Arvio.
Okay, so I hear the grunt behind me, and I see the entangle come up in front of me. Can I actually get a sight of where the entangle is, please?
Yeah, I was trying to.
Terrain now. You should be able to get a circle somehow.
I was trying to find a cool little token for it, but we will do this instead.
I kind of imagine it starting from the Awin's pillow.
So do you want it
I would say
Like-
maybe
like that
uh,
then?
maybe leave 1 square of distance between me and it.
So like this?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I just needed to know that because that's going to affect my turn. Naturally. I'm going to move down here. Just, more things in between a monster and my son. And I'm going to whip around and firing at this motherfucker right here. I am going to cast Chromatic Orb at, let's say 4th level. And I'm going to hit with an 18 plus whatever the hell my modifier is.
All right.
I rolled to make the point.
Yeah, that will hit.
It's 18 plus 8. So Chromatic Orb. I'm gonna say, what do I feel like? Fire seems to be working. So fire. That. 34 fire damage, please.
All right, taking a little notes from Mama as you turn around and see this thing just tearing into Grim viciously. It kind of pulls back again, and you can see it kind of hiss a little bit, and it's getting ready to launch. And you just throw the chromatic orb right into it, and it just nails it in the face and obliterates it as it starts thrashing around, blood going everywhere, and it falls down dead. Grim,
I got my guy. I got you.
You are now healthily covered in blood and vile, Grim.
I mean, that is my life.
This is my life.
And I will, if that's the end of his turn.
Yeah, I'd say it's the end of it.
Okay.
And it's my turn.
Nope.
Yep.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait.
No, yeah, it's supposed to be Ava's turn. There you go, there you go,
Why did
there
they
you
put
go.
Ava lower?
I have
Okay.
no idea.
Well, there you go, Ava. It's your turn.
All right. So, that one there, I am going to take aim and shoot it for 24 damage.
All right. Well, that definitely just outright murks the thing.
Take them all out.
Then I'm going to aim at this one with my second action. 13. Does that hit?
13 just misses.
Dang it. And then, no, I'm going to go ahead and bonus action and try again.
All right.
And no, and I do even worse.
Out of curiosity, since they are kind of restrained by the vines, don't Ava get the advantage on shooting them?
I was looking for that.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm wondering.
I was trying to see. So yeah, you would get advantage on it if you want to go ahead and re-roll those 2 attacks again.
Okay. The first one, well, I think that will hit it.
Yeah, that will hit.
So that will do 8 damage to that one.
All right. It is
And
still standing.
And here's the second roll on the second attack.
Right.
10. So I
Yep,
missed.
yeah.
I still missed that one.
You didn't add your sharpshooter bonus.
Did it not? Oh, I didn't add my sharpshooter. That's an 18 damage. Excuse me. Sorry. I forgot to add that. So I think it might have killed it.
Yeah, 18 will kill it.
All right.
Yep.
That is my turn.
Alrighty. Got that out of the way. That will bring us to you, Grim.
You just see Grim getting ready to charge over where the entangled ones are, and then he just stops mid-sprint and then goes down to help Siri. And I'll just swing at it.
Right? You got 45 feet movement?
Yeah, haste.
With haste, he does.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Go ahead. Both of those will miss. That will hit. It is still standing.
That's my turn. And since
No. You
haste.
You have 2 actions.
Mm-hmm.
You get attacked 4 times.
Oh.
You don't get an extra attack. You get an extra action.
Okay. Well, there you go.
That will miss. So that brings.
I
up
thought
your
it was
turn.
extra attack. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Awin's gonna be like, "What is this? What is this?" And he starts like jerking on the vines, and he's gonna just take out his crossbow and aim it at this last one down here. And he will miss. See how there's only one threat left. These NPCs kind of just move here. She's gonna come down, just stand with her son. They won't really do any more attacking. Leah, it will be your turn.
I'll release a win.
All right.
And I walk up here and I'll use. Hopefully that will be enough. Poison spray.
Okay, so it needs to make a Constitution saving throw. That is going to fail.
So poison spray. That's 13.
13. Alright, so you step up and you hold your hand out and you just release this acid all over this thing, and it just starts flailing around as you watch it start to eat through its flesh down to the meat and the bones, and you can see some guts exposed as it just eats all the way through this. And it just twitches for a little bit and then goes still as you have killed it. You all stand here. Some of you hurt, some of you hurt a lot as you just kind of survey the scene, breathing heavy, looking at what's transpired, realizing that all the threats have been eliminated.
Is everyone all right?
So, Leah, what are these things, and why are they in your forest?
Basically, I'll explain what he told me, that they're monstrosities and they have very strong skin, and they tend to attack stealthily.
Why are they stalking us?
I mean, they're probably hungry.
The big one? Okay. Yeah, you know that, because you did get a pretty good roll, Leah. They are almost always hungry. You've seen these things in the forest. You generally try to avoid them, but they will, they see things, they try to eat them. All right.
Grim, I don't think you need to cook it any more than it already is.
I wanted to have a good look at it.
We, very fortunate that you're all here, the Furrun says, and then the fellows, yes, could have used you all with the caravan. Thanks again.
Don't mention it. Then I just sit down on the rock.
I'm gonna go over to Grim and cast Prestidigitation on him and just clean him. I'm sorry, but you kind of snapped a little, and I needed to make sure you didn't die.
It hit me really hard, dude.
Yeah.
Mima's gonna check Dymic and see that he's okay, and then she's gonna come over here and kind of sit down with him and try to get him to go back to sleep. You can tell that he really doesn't want to, but that is what she is doing.
Leah would walk up to Awen and Bowen, sorry about you sitting back, and kinda just looks back at the sitting by being completely torn and ruined by the thorns and entanglements.
Yeah, he puts his crossbow away and kind of, it's no problem, and he kind of starts dragging these things out and throwing them out into the trees and the bushes.
Is there anything we can extract from them? Anything useful? Just let you know. Then I'll turn around since I didn't realize she was not next to me. Leia?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to look into it.
Would you even know?
I mean, they have a pretty strong skin, so I don't know if you're gonna have use of it. As for the meat, I personally didn't really like it. I only tried it once, and it was
Okay, well, I'm just gonna get it out of here. And I'm gonna drag it probably like a good behind that tree. Yeah, right over there.
Well, the rest of them get cleared out too, I'm sure. Okay, the NPCs, they will kind of go back to their beds as you guys once more try to head back to sleep.
I'm going to calm down Dymek a little bit because it's like the child's traumatized enough. We don't need to stack trauma like it's a fucking RPG.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion, because he's like laying there and Jemima's like pulled the blankets up and she's trying to calm him down, but his eyes are like wide. His head keeps darting as he's looking out into the forest, and you can tell he's shaking a little bit.
I'm gonna blow a fucking portent on this. That's gonna be a total of 18, my friend.
All right. You do manage to calm him down. He kind of just sits there and starts staring at the campfire, and eventually his eyes slowly fade shut and he's asleep.
Yeah, just like make sure he knows that as long as his mommy and daddy are there, nothing bad is ever going to happen.
All right.
Because we're both badasses, and so are you.
He falls asleep. Jemima will go to sleep, and rest of you head back. And
I'll be finishing my watch.
yep. Right. Well, you have all going back to sleep, and you finish out your watch. A little more alert now that everything's happened. Definitely watching the trees as well, but you do not hear anything or see anything. And eventually, you go and wake up Awen, who will take his watch. All right.
What for my? Do you need me to roll my watch? Is that
No, Awen.
Awen? Okay, sorry, I'm getting the names mixed. Awen and Ava.
There's no problem. Aaliyah, you wake up as you see Awen. He kind of walks past you and goes over, and he bends over and kind of taps the RVO, gently trying to wake you up.
Good.
It is your turn, my friend.
Have a good sleep there, Hellfist. Sorry, the name's still fun.
You too, and he grins and turns and looks back at the druid as he walks over towards his bed.
Evening.
So Leah and Arvio get
Yep.
a perception from both of you.
Okay.
Oh, God, for once I see things. Oh, wow, for once I'm better than the druid. It's the only time it's going to happen.
All right, you two sit here and have a uneventful night. You hear animals, obviously of the night, owls and distant howlings. That could be who knows what, but nothing immediately comes to your concern as being closer near the camp. And anything you do or say?
Really? I'm just happy that I was able to get my son back to sleep. Okay, that's like an accomplishment, because that means he feels safe enough around me. So hey.
And Leah will just wiggle by the fire like.
Two completely different vibes. Just not even the same dimension of wavelength.
This is just another Friday for Leah.
I'm on a quicker side. Arvia was going to try to think of ways to talk to this person and not come up with anything. As a bonus action, of course.
As you sit there and struggle through your watch, well, not so much struggle, but you obviously want to go back to sleep, and eventually you feel like you've sat up long enough and realize that it's safe for you to go back to sleep and leave Leah to it if you wish.
Do you have the rest of the watch, Lee?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I can look around. It's fine.
Cool. Good night. Just like slide into the bed.
All right, so Leah, you continue on watching throughout the rest of the night as everybody sleeps around you. Eventually, this guy will disappear. I'm assuming he does not stick around while you're sleeping. So
No, I just say the spell event usually before I go to bed.
So you kind of sit there and just take in the wind blowing through the trees, the creaking of the branches, the insects going about their routines. Again, hearing the owls and distant animals. Nothing catches your attention, nothing of concern. And you kind of look up and realize the sky is starting to turn pink. The sun is rising. And it's not too long before your companions are starting to rouse from their sleep. As you have all had a long rest, we will go ahead and take a 5-minute break.
Oh,
Fantastic.
If that's okay, just before they wake up,
Go ahead.
I would use Wild Companion and send out Crow to check out the path we'll be taking. Like I point out which direction we'll be going, and just kind of send them over to see if there is any trouble ahead.
Alrighty. Well, with that, we will catch up on that when we come back.
Okay.
Yeah, back.
I have returned.
Me too. I remember when I made Cerise, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to make a tough decision every fight on who to haste.
Wait,
Now we
what?
only have 2 people. When I first made Cerise, I was like thinking like, oh, there's so many people I can haste. With Philip and Alex.
Well,
I'm back.
Whoops. Oops a doodle.
What's an oops?
When I
how-
first made Ceres, I was planning, like, I was like, oh, there's so many people I can haste.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I mean, a fast as heck Arvius would be amazing.
I am Oh, I'm exhausted. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
You just see him running around like a cringy. What is it?
The term
Naruto run.
I'm not. You will not catch Arvio dead doing a Naruto run.
And Leah
No,
just hopscotching around with it.
Yeah. Honestly, just because of his makeup, he's probably hopping around like a fucking goat. Because he's got the legs for
The
it.
happy deer. The doing.
Yeah,
All right, so we all back.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, that's
You hear it?
Yep.
All right, so you sending this thing out for 2 hours and then having it come back to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it comes back safe in the woods, kind of a weird mixture. Animals move and they don't stay stationary, and there's obviously things that you can't see, such as holes or pockets under the ground that could cause the ground to collapse if too much weight is put on them. But it does come back, and it conveys to you that there are things out there, and tries to give you an idea of what path to take in order to avoid them, but that's the best you can get from it.
Fair enough. I will listen to its instructions.
Alright, so you are at this point all waking up. And NPCs, the two merchants, kind of hanging out talking to Awen, which I guess I should put his health back up to max. Sorry, 1 second as I change his health. But talking to him about payment and things, and how they basically just don't really expect him to see them all the way to their destination, but he can keep the gold that he was paid. What are the rest of you doing?
Can I go out and look for some more berries and food for people?
same. I'll help him.
Alrighty. Well, as you are focusing on that task, you can find plenty of food and water.
Ooh, nice.
Anybody else? Ava, Leah?
I'm just waiting for everyone to get ready and kind of standing in front of the direction Leah is planning to lead everyone.
Alright. Well, you guys eat. You have go through your morning routines, pack up your stuff, situate yourselves from the night before, and you set on your way again. So, Leah, I will need another survival check.
That's fine.
This is more to see how well you can lead them, not whether or not you can get lost. Since again, they seem to be traveling slower than you would think.
Yeah, 23, and with the knowledge that Crow gave me, I should be able to.
Actually, because the crow gave you, you use the crow, you can go ahead and roll advantage, see if maybe you can get higher than that.
Let's see.
Hi. Oh,
Oh yeah, you're +1.
Nope.
No, sometimes 1 can be the difference in a DC check.
oh,
All right,
no.
you again, they're slow, but you manage to lead them. Not really directly down the path that the crow told you, but you make it out, you make it work, you avoid animals, and find the easier trails that they can travel without being too slow. So I guess, Arvia, what are you doing throughout the day while they're traveling?
Well, okay. Let me think. I want to do something for. Does Dymex still look like he's kind of frazzled about yesterday? Or this morning, I guess, if you're counting it. Depending.
It's kind of hard to read. He's kind of been frazzled the whole time you've traveled. Seems a little more on edge than normal, sure, yeah.
Brandon isn't good with kids, but luckily that works because neither is RVO. This is his own child.
You're too googling over Amima last night still.
Yeah, while I was fucking doing wash, I was actually Google how to parent. I can do that. I'm a divinist. But yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. Arvia doesn't know how to help his own son. I continue on.
All right, Ava.
That out.
Do you do anything in particular?
No, just kind of conversing with making small talk with the NPCs, the caravan people.
And eating the rest of her cabbages.
Yep, and snacking on our cabbages throughout the day.
Alrighty, then that will bring us to you, Ceres.
Cerise will just kind of sit back, play with her stone.
Okay, and Grim.
I'll be constantly watching our backs, making sure no one gets too far off from the group.
Alright, so you have all traveled a day without incident, Leah guiding you, and eventually, as you are walking about halfway through the day, it starts to drizzle a little bit, and eventually it's just pouring down rain. A little dim, considering the clouds are now blocking the sun, and you were already being blocked because of the canopy, so definitely miserable, but you continue marching on, Leah guiding you effortlessly through the woods. And as it starts to get darker and darker, and I think one of you has keen mind feet.
Yeah, I do.
Alright, you realize that it is night is fast approaching. You should probably find somewhere to camp soon, unless you want to be walking in total darkness in the rain.
We might want to find a place to stay again.
Alright.
Any old place will do.
I'll look around.
I will also look around. I will.
Any old place will do.
I like that one.
Alright, Leah, weird flex, but alright.
Alright, so you, Ava, and Arvio find some places that are kind of decent for being in the rain, not out in the open, something that would somewhat help protect you, but obviously it's still gonna drip through. But then Leah kind of comes back as you two are kind of debating over spots and says that they found kind of like a outcropping that leads into a cave that might work even better. So you all make your way here.
Yep.
And, start setting up camp for the night. Anything anybody wishes to do before we go into taking watch?
I am going to take my ball bearings and put them across the entrance, spread them across the entrance to this cave.
How big is the
Alright.
cave?
You want to explore it?
A little bit.
So as you kind of walk in,
I'll take out my hooded lantern.
okay, I was gonna say, being as it's getting dark and it is cave, it is black in there, but you take out the lantern, you shine it in. It goes in probably good 12 feet or so, and then just dead ends as you kind of scan around and look. See some signs that this might have been a den of an animal at some point in time, but right now it is currently empty and unoccupied.
All right.
All right, so you head back out.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, you guys set up. You go through your nighttime routine, getting your sleeping bags out, trying to find some dry places. Even though you are undercover, the water still does run into places and creates puddles. And so you all have fun trying to find places that aren't wet, but you manage. And we will come to the first watch. Who wishes to take that?
I'll take it.
Me.
Me and
Okay,
Ava can
Ava.
take it.
Yeah, Ava and Grim, give me perception checks. Oh, and I will need Ava to roll a d20.
You mean roll just a d20?
Yep, straight d20. All right, go ahead and roll me a d100.
Ooh.
I roll max twice in a row.
What the fuck am I looking at?
What is the fight against dragon when you need it?
Oh,
Good
what
stuff.
the shit is this?
Hopefully it's actually for good, not bad, that he rolled so good.
So you two are sitting there, and you're keeping watch. It is miserable. The lightning is booming, and the rain is just pouring down. Like I said, even undercover, it's hard to find a place that's not wet. There's water just running everywhere and kind of trickling into the cave as well. But even over all this commotion, at one point you can hear woof, woof, really loud.
It is a dragon.
Really loud beating of wings.
I will look up.
Okay, you kind of look up and it is just pitch black out there, and then lightning strike, and all of a sudden you see this giant gold winged like creature, but it's so brief you can't really make out what it is, and it seems, for how loud this noise is, really far away, or really small, and you gather that it's probably a good distance from you, but it's getting louder and louder, and again a flash of lightning, and all of a sudden this massive creature is just coming in right towards where you're camped, and with a loud slam on the ground that wakes up everybody. You are looking at a giant golden dragon who kind of just sits there and gazes at all of you and says, "I hope you do not mind. I saw the lights of the fire."
Ah, Would you-
Um,
Yeah. Join us. Would you like a cabbage?
yeah, cabbage. Yes, cabbage.
What can I roll to determine if Leah would find them adorable?
What do I roll to make sure I won't eat me or my child?
What was that, Leah? I didn't really. What can you roll to what?
To determine, I guess, if it's friendly, if it's nice.
You give me an insight check.
Okay.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I'm identifying this big reptilian shithead that's probably scaring the hell out of my kid?
Everybody is awake, and you can hear the two merchants, Furan and Fell, or Sel, Furan and Sel, as they are sitting there, just like, oh my goodness, God protect us. And you two are sitting there trying to figure this thing out. It just comes, being invited by Ava, it comes walking up towards the group, like 100 yards, 70 yards, 50 yards, just.
And I'm just like, calm down, people, with my hands, like, do not freak out.
This thing is bigger than any house, or well, not any house. You guys have seen big houses, but this thing is like bigger than the houses. Insight is really hard for you to read the features of a dragon. And your Arcana, you are looking at a golden dragon. And then as this thing gets closer, all of a sudden there's just like shift about its appearance, and all of a sudden there's a elf walking towards you.
Okay, so you say golden dragon. I get that. It's golden, it's a dragon. But does he know what that means? A golden dragon. Like, that metallics are good, colors are bad.
Yeah,
You know?
you would know. I would say that you don't know a lot about what golden dragons desire and things like that, but they are definitely known to be good and nice creatures.
Oh, okay. I will. I'm pretty sure Mima and Dymek are just behind and trembling. Like,
Well,
You
because
turn around and look, and they're gone, and you can kind of hear footsteps into the cave.
With 16.
I'm not surprised.
I would like to use my action to determine if this is an illusion or a shapeshift of some sort.
Sure,
Can I do that?
You can give me insight. This thing came down, crashed, or landed, took out a bunch of trees. As it walked, you can see like the water spraying up and mud from each step. And now all of a sudden, seems to be an elven person walking towards you. Looks to kind of hard to discern their gender. Very beautiful either way. And they kind of just walk up, and I've never had cabbages, but I'd be welcome to. I'd be happy to join all of you. Nasty storm outside. I am sorry about the intrusion. I just needed somewhere to rest, and I saw the lights.
I will hand it a cabbage.
We'll take it, and we'll take a bite, and not exactly as tasty as meat, but it's not awful.
I do have some beef jerky.
Well-
I'm pretty sure that's not exactly probably the best thing you've eaten, but it is a meat. Kind of.
I'm not too hungry. I just, if you don't mind, I would like to get out of the rain until at least the sun comes back up. And you can tell that this person, their skin has like a gold sheen to it. Definitely some kind of marker of what it actually is.
So, Gold Dragon, then. Do you live around this area, or are you just stopping by?
I've was passing through. I was looking for the Emerald Dream,
Oh.
an ancient green dragon that resides in these woods, and I was hoping to put it down.
And if you'd have to give a direction that this dragon tends to, call home, what direction would that be on like a compass?
I actually do not know. I was hoping maybe one of you might. You are travelers, adventurers, correct?
Yes.
Did Leah see a green dragon at any point in her life?
You've heard talks of an ancient, massive green dragon that lives in these woods, but you've never actually seen it with your own eyes.
Oh, I'll probably say, oh well, I live in those woods, but I actually never saw one of those, and especially in the green shade.
May I ask your name?
Now, the mortal tongue has trouble with the draconic language, but you can call me Karth.
Karth, I was just recently reading a book about Fedar. Are you familiar with Fedar?
Indeed, he's the one who gave birth to us.
I'm actually looking for. We're actually looking for allies. Well, me in particular. Have you seen what is going on in the deserts down south?
No, I have not been that way for many a century.
Well, there's a great evil in Torrid. I looking for when we to allies to keep this great evil at bay.
And your question is?
If you might be one that I could count on if we ever end up being able to form a coalition to stand against the evil.
Well, right now I am seeking the Emerald Dream. That is my primary task, but I guess I don't really have much going on after that. It will be a while, seeing as no one's seen this dragon, and they give a look over to Leah.
And she just shrugs.
I'm new to this area, actually, so I wouldn't be able to assist in where it is, but I can't speak for everyone, but I'd be interested in helping you with this dragon.
First things first, let's get to civilization. Arvio says as he's like gathering
Ah.
up Umima and Dimex
Well, yes,
sleeping
we are.
bags because
we
they're
are
probably
attempt-
going to want to sleep deeper into the cave.
We are attempting to bring the woman and child there, and these two traveling merchants to safety. They're not really rough and tough like the rest of us.
Well, I cannot really travel with you. Once the sun rises, I do plan to be on my way. I do apologize. If it is uncouth of me to sleep and go, I could try to find somewhere else. For the
No,
night.
please do stay, please.
Sure, there is enough space for us all, I suppose.
Grim awkwardly is standing there. It's like, yes, greetings. I'm Grim. Let's come on in. Stop bothering guys. Let him in.
And now I'm heading deeper into the cave with like 3 sleeping bags under my arm, going to go find my terrified couple. Like,
Yeah. She's kind of been standing there watching, and then they're because it's not that deep, but they're definitely back there, and they've been watching, and you can find them, and so it is safe.
yeah, he's 2 types of dragons, metallic and ones that are colored. The colored ones are evil, the metallic ones are good. He's a gold dragon.
Okay, then I guess back to bed.
Yeah.
She'll help set up the sleeping bags.
Yeah, do you want to be back here? I know that I wouldn't blame you if you want to sleep back here tonight.
She kind of looks around at the soggy ground inside the cave, and doesn't seem any different from out there. Either way, rain's not falling on us.
Fair enough.
Back to you, Ava. They kind of walk in, and we'll take up by the campfire. And I tell you what, have you ever heard of the Gumi Blend mountain range?
I have not.
Well,
At least I don't believe so.
That is where I call home. You still here, Sir Reds?
Yep.
Okay, Cerise. You want to give me? I guess we'll just go with Arcana check to see. Gave myself a lot of fun by naming this. So the Red Gumi Island, is in the northern holds, part of the eastern hold, which is where you hail from. It is kind of a chunk of land separated, and it sits in between the eastern and western holds. Or to make it simple for you, you know it to be that landmass there. So as this person says this, it kind of sparks a memory in the back of your brain.
Oh, I'm from up north as well.
Oh, indeed. What brings you here?
Just adventuring, kind of seeing the world.
Indeed, lots to see. As for you, and it looks back to you, Ava. Once you're done, you could always try to find me there. There's lots of things going on in this world, though. But if I have the time and you come seek me, I can see what assistance I can give.
I would love that. Thank you.
No problem. I will just sit here and meditate if that is okay with all of you.
You're more than welcome.
Right, and so they kind of pull themselves up. Your two NPCs, Farron and Cell, kind of take note of what Arvio did, and they will take their sleeping bags Because even though everybody's saying that that's a nice dragon, it is still a massive dragon that just raided your party.
Which is why I moved back, because it's like, hey, welcome, join the party, to the bunch
Yep.
of people that can't take a hit.
But the rest of you go back to about your sleep,
Yep.
while Grim and Ava will continue your watch, and this interesting person will just sit next to the fire. Seemingly, they close their eyes and they seem lost. Anything you two wish to do?
I would be putting more wood in the fire that I stashed in here, but that's about it.
Nope.
Getting ready for a watch. Most likely staring at the dragon the whole time in awe.
Alright. Well, you guys are starting to get tired. Who wishes to take the second watch? Awen.
Sure,
Oh,
sure.
that's nice, Awen.
I go wake up Awen.
Alright. Sorry, so Reese, were you gonna take watch too?
Yeah, I'll do it with him.
Okay. So go ahead and give me perception check. I believe I closed his character sheet. Yep. So I got roll 4. Alright. So as you two take your watch, he kind of just comes over and he's just like, that was pretty impressive, wasn't it? I've never really seen a dragon up close like that before. Have you?
No, I haven't either.
I hope he remains friendly.
I'm sure he seems nice enough. I feel like he would have just attacked us from the get-go if he was going to.
No, I've heard of people infiltrating ranks to find weaknesses, but I'll trust you.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
sure.
Go ahead.
So, I'm sure that he's way more powerful than all of us combined. He could have taken us on easily.
He just kind of silently nods, and he just sits there. And he rolled really low on his perception check, so all he's doing is just staring at this elf dragon person. But eventually, you're starting to get tired and think that you should perhaps give somebody else a go at taking watch. And at this point, you also notice Leah is starting to rouse from her meditation.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Anything happened?
No, not much.
Alright. Is it still raining outside?
Yeah, it's still pouring down.
Okay. I'll step to cave entrance and attempt to go for a walk.
Okay. So you start walking out and out of cover, and as soon as you step out, you're just drenched by this torrent, this downpour of rain. The ground beneath you sucks at your boots as every step you take, as it has become well saturated from the water. But you take a little walk. You gonna go far or just hang out there?
Probably 30 feet then back. Leah would probably take this as the way to hydrate the flowers around her body, and basically as a bath.
All right, you can give me a perception check.
All right.
All right, so you're kind of walking around and you're just taking in the sights of nature, the trees. You walk under them, they kind of keep the rain from falling on you, so they're a little respite from the torrents, but otherwise it's just nightlife as usual. Eventually, as you just patrolling and taking it all in, sun starts to rise once more, and you can hear coming back from the cave, people are waking up and going about, and you can hear conversation going on. Do you head back?
Yeah, I'll head back.
Okay, so for the rest of you, Leah, you'll see this as you come back. sun has come up, and you clearly see where this thing had landed the night before and just like broke a bunch of trees and walked up towards you, and you were all awakened. And Kareth will say, thank you. I appreciate the rest from the weather, but might as well be going.
It's nice to meet you. Good luck on your adventure.
Indeed, one less green dragon in the world is good in my eyes, and I wish you well on your adventures too. And it turns to you, Ava, and says, and when you are done, you can seek me out if you wish.
I will. Thank you, Karth.
As he leaves the cave, before he starts flying away, Leah would kind of jog in and sir, if it's not a bother, could I ask you a question?
Yes.
Well, I assume you've been seeing quite a lot of land. Do you by any chance saw a druidess kind of looking like me with a pitch black hair?
I've seen many elves around in the forest. Many druids. I mean, if you are looking for someone in particular, I'm afraid I cannot help in that.
I could give you a name, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be of any use. But does the name of Krista tells you anything?
It does not.
Well, thank you for your time anyway. Have a merry way and safe travels. Hopefully you find the dragon.
You as well. And they will turn, they will walk out into the rain. It is lit up a little bit. It is no longer a torrent, but it is still coming down pretty steady. The lightning and thunder has passed, but you watch as this figure kind of walks out, and their clothes do not seem to get wet as they walk out, but you notice all of a sudden as that kind of shimmering of the air that you saw the night before happens again, and then you hear the of the steps as this thing starts walking out and the flapping of the wings, and you all watch as this massive golden dragon takes off and eventually becomes a little dot in the sky and disappears over the tree line, and none of you can see it anymore.
I'll hold back inside.
All right.
Well, that was terrifying. Anyway.
No,
That was wonderful.
That was better than the ballads that I've heard.
Well, I mean at first, because it was like... I thought it was like a damn earthquake, and then I wake up and I see a giant lizard walking into the cave.
Indeed, that was definitely something else. Maybe we should take off before it decides to come back.
Agreed.
You guys watch as the Furrun and Cell are just like stuffing their bags haphazardly and just like ready to go. So you all continue out again on another day?
Yeah.
All right. So survival check from you, Leah.
All right. Nope. Still drenched.
Okay. Arvia, what are you doing?
Honestly, I'm just... Arvio might have been in and out of sleep because of, one, it's colder further away from the fire, and even though, he knows that, oh yeah, gold dragons are nice, it's still a big fuck-off lizard that could kill him in 2 seconds. So, might have been in and out of sleep. He's just kind of moseying along, like, he can't really focus on a whole lot right now. Oh, that's... God, I hope I can weaponize that roll.
Well, Ava, what are you doing?
Again, I'm just continuing to chat up our friends, trying to make friends.
Okay, Grim.
Just paying it, just trying to keep this together, watching our backs.
Okay, you can give me a perception check then. And Cerez, what are you doing?
She's just gonna keep working on her crafts, her stone crafts. as we
Okay.
walk.
As you guys continue walking through the forest, you have at this point come to a road, Leah.
Hmm.
And the road seems to fork. It's like a T intersection. There's one road that's going from like a southeast direction up north, and then there's one that's continuing on in the southwest direction.
Okay. Well, I'll be trying to continue on following, well, the path that's to the southwest.
Okay. You do know that this would, especially if you directly walk on it, will take you to Southside itself. So is that the way you just gonna walk this road from here on out?
Yeah.
Okay. As you come across this road, your two merchant friends and even Awen will make mention about how this is where they were, not exactly the spot, but somewhere along this road when the giants attacked them. But you guys continue onwards, and eventually, it's starting to get dark. The rain has lessened to a drizzle, and you, Leah, know you should probably find somewhere to sleep.
I'll look around again. Survival, yeah.
Yes.
I kind of point at whatever I see the most fit for us, and I think we should rest here.
You find a hill that looks like it at one point in time might have had a chunk or something taken out of it, but it is all grown. The grass and things have grown in and kind of filled it in. And there's this giant tree that sits leaning over it, and it will give you somewhat of a safe place to rest for the night, but definitely not going to keep you dry, but best that you have. There are spots that, if you guys wish, you can let other people sleep where it's more dry than others, but some of you are going to have somewhat of miserable nights.
I can stay on the rain. That's fine.
I'll be miserable as long as the other two are having a fine sleep.
Sounds good. Cerise, you want to go ahead and
actually,
roll me a d20? Go ahead, Leah.
Oh yeah, I was just wondering, can I use Speak with Plants and ask the tree politely to give us some cover?
Okay, as you do so, you hear this kind of crackly groaning, almost sounds like a door opening, wood shifting voice that goes, "I wish I could, but I can't really move."
Let's see.
So the way it's
Yeah.
leaning over,
Okay.
it would like have to shift branches down to give you more cover. So even like if it was to move its branches, it wouldn't give you more cover.
I see. Well, then in that case, I'll just ask him how he's been.
And it will say, if you wish, I can, and it kind of the branches that are out away from this hill that you guys pulled into, it pulls those together, and it kind of creates a roof out of that, and that gives you a nice little area that's larger than the current area that you could try to sleep under if you wish. You just won't be up against that hill that gives you that, protection from the side.
I think staying safe from the rain is the best for, especially for the child. So I would accept that offer kindly.
All right, and as you ask how it is, it says, kind of bored. Been sitting here for a couple eons. How about you?
I've been living in this forest for a while. Haven't really been in this spot for a while. I'm leading those people to human sea, just over there. Celsia, if you heard about it.
Oh yes, I talk to everybody every day. I know all about Salsa.
Ah, can you tell me anything at all?
Yes, that I know absolutely nothing about it.
Ah, I see. It's a Snarkwood tree.
Aw. At this point, I guess you just see Leah talking to Tree and you don't hear anything back. It's just she's talking with it.
Harvest it for its sarcasm sap.
That tree over there has a squirrel living in it, if that is of any interest to you.
No way.
Comes down probably, if I knew how to count, many times a day, and then goes back up it with things that it finds.
Interesting.
I am looking from fucking Leah over to Amima, over to Leah, back to Amima. Like, I'm giving Amima the both what the fuck look. Like,
As a thank you for giving us this roof, I will attempt to where is it? There was a thing I'll attempt to blossom anything on the tree if there is anything that can blossom.
Alright, you see a couple flowers that kind of blossom.
Here you go. That looks way pretty.
It seems a little out of season to me, but
It will make you special.
Exactly what I wanted.
And then I'll end at that.
Alright.
It's the Eeyore tree.
Okay, so you guys kind of set up under this tree as your new druid friend sits there and has a one-sided conversation, as far as you can all tell, with the tree. And we go into the night. Who will take first watch?
I will.
Alright, go ahead and give me a roll. Anything particular you do?
Well, besides when I'm on my watch, I'll be holding that little carving that Philip made for me with the bear.
Okay. Well, your night goes by very uneventful. All you hear is just the rain coming through. Again, it is a drizzle now. It's not pouring down, but you can still hear it's kind of beating on the leaves and dripping through, and you can hear occasionally the shift of branches. Natural shifts of branches, that is. And then who wants to take the second watch?
I will, just to be helpful.
Alright, go for it.
I'll Grim go over there and put his hand on his shoulder and shake him once.
Alright.
Not too hard.
This is RVO, yes?
Yes. Go ahead and give me a perception.
Good. 22.
Alright, as you're sitting there, kind of giving watch, at some point in time, you think you hear faint flapping of wings.
None.
And they seem to just be distance away. Whatever it may be, does not seem to approach you guys.
Okay, I'll probably have a dagger out just to make myself feel better because it's a dagger against a fucking dragon. So,
Sounds good. Stab the thing in the toe when it gets there. Do some dragon's dogma.
Yeah, I guess.
So who will take the third watch?
Me.
I will
Alright.
I'll probably be awake by
Go
that
to
point
bed.
as well.
under my leaky roof.
Okay, so Leah and Ava, two can give me perception checks. You two sit and have an uneventful watch. Not hearing any sounds other than the storm and the rain still going on. And then Eventually, Ava, you get tired and head to bed, figuring Leah's will take it. And then Leah, you continue on throughout the rest of the night. Nothing happens. As the sun rises, so it is yet another day. So you all pack up and head out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, you are on a road. So you do not need to give me any survival checks, as the road is made to make traveling through the woods easier. So you guys just continue marching down them.
Oh, thank God.
Grim, if you can give me a d20 roll. Alrighty. So you all continue marching down this road. It is obviously well worn. The rain is not letting up. It's still continuing, making it muddy. But you managed to travel a good distance before it is getting nighttime, and yet again, you need to take another stop for the night. So we will just say that you guys managed to find a suitable spot, and as nothing was rolled that would lead to an encounter, you guys take your shifts throughout the night, sit, chat, and converse. You wake up in the morning, and it is yet another day. You all continue onwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know, man. That seems yes.
Well, Leah, go ahead and give me a d20, just a straight
boy.
d20.
All right.
All right. You all travel yet again through an uneventful, drizzly, dreary day. The rain is kind of giving this somber mood to the forest as the animals have kind of quieted down and taken shelter. Kind of gloomy and sad, but you continue marching on towards your destination, to Celsa. Leah, since you have taken the road, you kind of work out that you probably gained some time, maybe cut off a day or so, especially when you were leading them through the thick of the forest. You were doing pretty good about taking the faster paths.
Okay.
I will say one thing. Just I know I'm interrupting a little bit, but
Yep.
just while it's raining, I'm just constantly drying off a Jemima dimectomy with prestidigitation, so that the rain doesn't soak through too much.
Yes, it's they're very, very grateful for that.
Okay, that's it.
But yes, go ahead.
Yeah, as we're going, is just could I determine what is the weather gonna be bad tomorrow?
Bad, no. Rainy, yes.
Okay. I'm not even making comment. I'm just grim about it.
No, we already have somebody for that.
Yes, the ear tree.
Yep.
Anyways, you guys come to the night. You did not get a roll that would indicate an encounter. So, again, you guys stop. You set up camp, and you go throughout the night taking your shifts. You're obviously hearing natural nature, nothing of danger though. But you all wake and set out once more into the next day.
Yep.
Pretty much.
All right.
We're not doing anything else.
Well, I just want to make sure if you guys want to talk or something, you have the opportunity to.
Fair
But
enough.
we'll go ahead and we will come back to Arvio. Go ahead and give me a d20.
Okay. 4.
All right. You guys continue marching through. Another dreary day, another dreary night. Nothing eventful that brings out things. At this point, some of you probably even just being quiet. Your merchant friends, I don't know, Awin. Yeah, Awin is quiet. Furrun and Sal, they're quiet. Dimec is quiet. Everybody's just tired of this weather.
I love many things about this land. I thought I would like the fact that it had water. I'm starting to see the backside of this.
Yes, this is all new for Ava, ain't it? This is the first time she's been in the forest.
Yep.
It's probably the first time she's traveled through multiple days of just unrelenting rain. At least it's not a thunderstorm and a downpour anymore. But continue onwards. Ava, go ahead and give me another d20 as you all head out into another day. See if you can get another 20 and 100. Okay. So you are all marching, traveling down this road. And about halfway in through the day, the rain starts to let up. It is still cloudy and overcast, but no more water falling from the sky. You continue on probably another couple hours when you all see a building up ahead of you off of the road. It's actually tucked back in the trees a little bit.
Do I recognize it?
What kind of building does it look like?
And give me perception checks. Leah, you've seen it, but I wouldn't say you've went and investigated it.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, well.
You recognize this though. It's just a building that's there. As you kind of take a harder look, it seems to be like a 2-story house of some type, but you notice that it looks very decrepit, and like the vegetation all around it is very overgrown and does not seem to be a place that somebody takes care of.
Would I know if anyone will live in there at any point? Like, did I see anyone ever walk in and out?
Nope.
Oh, okay. I will pay it no mind and just walk past it unless someone wants to go in.
I do.
Alright.
Alright, so as you guys are kind of walking down the road and you see this off a bit, Ava, you kind of take interest in it. Arvio, I say you probably took a few steps in that direction to get a closer look at it. But Ava, as you start to walk in that direction, you actually see a figure appear in the doorway, and they come walking out, and you see this person that seems to be wearing a cloak. They got a hood up over their head. They got long leather, they got leather armor on, and they're holding a bow, and they got arrows sticking out from behind them in their quiver. And they shout out, "Hey, travelers! Good to see ya!"
Good to see you.
Comes walking up in
I
your
would-
directions.
I would like to see what his intentions look like.
Same here.
Alright, give me an insight check. As you guys are inside checking him, he will yell out to all of you, what brings you about here? You guys see a person who's walking out, and it's a person walking around with a bow in their hand, from what you can tell.
They don't seem malicious or like they have other intentions.
When he asks where we
far
going,
as you can tell.
we'll say, "Oh, we're going to Salsa."
Is he alone?
For that, you'll have to give me a perception check.
Okay.
Now, Celsa, you're not too far then. Only a few more hours away. You kind of sit there and you look around, and seems to be by himself.
Thank the heavens.
What brings you to Celsa? We don't really get many people coming this way. Sorry, my manners. Go ahead.
We're bringing these people to there.
Well, my name, Arthur Maxwell. I guess it's a little uncouth of me to just start yelling at you in the woods, but I'm a hunter from there, one of the militia. I guess if you're heading that way, we can go back together if that's no problem.
What were you doing in that house?
Now, I check it from time to time. Animals like to live in it. As I said, a hunter and all. And you kind of notice he does have some like furs that are kind of like thrown over him, and you can see that he's kind of bloody, probably from skinning and gutting animals.
I would like to walk past him to the house.
All right, you walk past him, and you walk up to a house that is very decrepit.
And I want to look inside.
Okay, you kind of poke around, and doors are busted down. There's no windows in it. The ceiling, the floor, everything just seems to kind of be falling in. There is like very old furniture in it, but cobwebs everywhere, dust all over the place. Very easy to see since it was raining and it is very dusty in this house. You can see this guy's footprints, and they kind of like go in and then turn around and come back out.
No dead bodies to laying around.
Nope.
Hey, Arthur, was it?
Yes.
And you're from this human town, yes? How do they, necessarily feel about tieflings?
Probably the same everywhere else. I mean, as long as you don't cause trouble, we won't have an issue with you.
Oh, Arvio has lots of trouble.
You
And as I wink.
You Just like, shut up. Anyway, first impressions are important. I haven't even gotten my name yet. But yes, it's yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Well, if you don't have any more sightseeing to do, we can be off.
Fantastic.
I will hand him a cabbage.
Kind of take it and look at it and stuff it in a bag, and I'll save it for later.
Respectfully, how many more of those do you have left?
13?
That did not sound like a confident assertion.
I count in the bag. I have 13 left.
Okay. You just, out of character, you sounded like, 13-ish, you know? Like, back in character. Well, I guess we're traveling with yet another NPC. We collect them, they're like pets.
All right. Well, you all continue on down the road, and sure enough, as he said, it is only a few hours more. Well, a little more than a few, about 3, before you find yourselves walking down this road, and you see the trees open. You can hear the distant, recognizable sound of a waterfall, and eventually you kind of come around some trees and see a building sitting ahead, and all of you continue walking up, and you find yourselves standing on a cliff overlooking a town next to what appears to be a decent sized building. Leah, you would know this to be Celsa. Never having gone this
Inside.
deep into it. Yeah, you usually sit in the trees and look at it, but here you all are, and your new friend, Arthur, will say, well, here's Celsa. Anything in particular you need help with, I can point things out to you.
Leah would ask, do you know by any chance if there's a space for, what was it called?
A mansion.
Mansion, yes.
There we go. A mansion. Coming up again with you, Ficker. Yet again. Yet again.
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Arthur has to look something up. Like, wait, what the fuck? What? Why would you want to settle here? It's a sleepy little town. I know. It's great. I want to build a mansion. I want to be the new noble house. The noble house of Arvio. The best wizard ever.
Mm-hmm.
The bestest, most powerfulest wizard.
I'm sorry about that. I had to go do something real quick. So he says, so you're moving here.
He is kind of Leah pointing at Arvio.
Jazz hands.
Um, well, I mean, that would require the council to get together and discuss things, but I mean, we can go about that.
Fantastic.
Arvio, are you leaving us?
Oh, no. This is just setting up a sort of, if you'd like to think of it this way, sort of a base of operations as well as, you know, some place to keep
Base operations this far away from Torrid? I mean, how are we supposed to?
Okay. Well, Ava, I'm sure you know that two things that are important. One, my family is the most important thing to me. Two, I'm studying conjuration. Do you know what the second one means?
Have no clue.
Okay, conjuration is the magic that's functionally where you get to move something from one place to another. That's what that magic does. So, you know, things like planar travel, Misty Step, Dimension Door, teleportation.
Okay.
She looks at you with this blank look on her face.
I can, if honestly, at some point, I'm going to be able to instantly teleport us from one place to another anywhere in the world.
Would I know what teleportation means?
Give me Arcana check.
Yeah, that's why I wrote. Is any of that sound anywhere understandable for Leah?
Everybody, I look around and everybody's just completely just like glazed over an expression. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
For both of you, I mean, one of you being somebody who lived in the woods, a hermit, and the other one having a low roll, don't really know what he's talking about.
Do I see that in their face?
You would know. I'll give you this, Leah. You would know things like druids being able to create like doorways in trees and being able to step through the doorways between the trees. But what he's talking about, not really encountered before. And
my face looks like a complete blank stare at you, Arvio. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Okay, well, let's try it this way. I use minor illusion and I make like a building that looks like a Torrid style and a building that looks like a Sessa style. It's like, okay, this is Sessa, this is Torrid. This little blip is you, and I make it like a little red dot. It's like teleportation does this, and I snap my fingers and the red dot just instantly teleports just like from the Sessa building to the Torrid building. You are now in Torrid. Teleportation.
So like what we did to get to this tower over here.
Yes, pretty much exactly that. That's actually
so like
teleportation
so
circle,
like
which is much
portal.
more. It's a lesser spell.
So like a portal thing. Okay, now I get it.
No, but you're getting there. A portal thing would imply that I like made a rip in space time and we were able to travel through it. No, this is a instantaneous. We're one place 1 minute, we're somewhere else the next. Period.
well, and you guys look back at Arthur, who also has like this glazed look on his eyes. I do need to get inside the hunting lodge here and take care of things, but if you wish, I can point out any key buildings you may or may not be interested in. And just to know, it is at this point kind of getting dusk time, heading into dark.
Yes, preferably an inn. An inn would be great. I would love to sleep in a bed.
All right, so ping a location. You guys all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this here is the building he referred to as the Hunter's Lodge. When you say that, he will walk you over here to the edge, and he will point over, and he'll be like, "You see that building? It's really hard to see because of the temple." And he's kind of like pointing in this direction. That right there would be the inn.
Okay, and the town council building, if that's the temple, and I kind of point to the square one over off to the never eat shred of wheat west of the temple, would that be it?
That?
Yes.
No, very keen mind. That is indeed where the council gathers, and
Thank you.
also kind of our jail.
What was that last bit?
Oh, it's where we keep people if we need to. Just
Oh, you said
just so
jail.
you all, yes, just so you all keep that in mind.
I will not be familiar with that location. Wink. Also, temple. Temple to whom exactly?
It's really open temple. Anybody can go in there, but they the priest primarily pray to and here. He's the one that's nature and tempest to grow crops and weather stuff like that.
I see. Nature god. Got it. Mm,
Also, a few shops in town, but I mean, if you wish to do some browsing, they're kind of obvious because of the sign. And he kind of points over in this direction. I would not go over that way. That's where the witches live.
witches, you say? What kind of witches?
They've,
Define witches.
they've been here since I can remember. They keep to themselves. Not had problems with them. Sometimes the town folk go and have them do things, but they seem to like to bargain in exchange. I personally do not like them, but the council refuses to do anything about them.
Well, I'm about to turn the monopoly into a little bit of precious capitalism. Anyway.
And over there, he kind of points. You can't really see it because where you're at. He says, there's an old mine locked up. Not really sure what's down there. Nothing's crawled out of it so far, but may want to avoid it. And
Are you expecting something to crawl out of it?
no, I'm just telling you so you can keep an eye on something from crawling into it. And he looks at Dymek. You might not want them wandering in there because, even a simple cave-in can be dangerous.
Of course, of course.
But other than that, unless there's anything in particular you need, I gotta take care of this meat I collected.
Fair point. And I'll turn to the rest of the party. It's like, so for the record, because I know that, well, I think for the majority of you, how about we all head over to the tavern and have the first warm home-cooked meal that we've had in weeks on me? Because holy hell.
That sounds good by me.
Fantastic.
All right, so as you depart from Arthur and you all head down and make your way in, you find yourself standing before this building here with a sign on it that has what looks to be a elf with a stag standing behind them on the sign, and underneath of it says the Fey Huntress Respite.
Quaint. It's nice. This is just a nice. I get good vibes in this town. This is nice.
I don't know if you've been looking around, but since going down into the town, you could probably see Ria kind of looking around nervously and being a little bit like, feeling a little bit uneasy, kind of hugging onto her stuff of flowers, like, oh.
Leia, are you all right?
I just there's more things here than I saw from afar. Just kind of feel off being in somebody else's home.
I mean, you're not really in anybody else's home. You're sort of standing in the middle of the street, aren't you?
I mean, humans live here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It kind of stays at that point. Yeah, exactly.
okay then. I love it how they're simultaneously kind to one another, but totally do not understand each other's perspective. They do not understand.
And then you hear from Grimlia in Elven, yeah, I prefer the trees too.
Oh,
Oh, course. I reply in the same language. Oh, you speak the language as well. Wow.
I do
That's
indeed.
convenient. What other languages do you know?
Goblin.
Oh, goblin. Is it like a small orc? Like a green as well?
No, I don't really know much of them. Of the colors.
Not entirely incorrect.
Then I'll you want me to give you a little phrase in Goblin-ish?
Sure. What do you say in goblin?
I don't know how it sounds. I'm just gonna go blah 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 blah.
It would be very gnashing of teeth almost.
Okay.
It sounds like an animal noises.
Yeah, like I'm chewing on bone. Yeah.
We having this conversation outside of the tavern.
We should head in. Don't be too scared.
As you all step in, you find yourself in a nice, orderly tavern room. It obviously, looking out at the outside, has a second floor and rooms, so it's places to stay. But you step in and you can see some people look to be farmers, dirty, sitting at a table, eating food and drinking. And across the way is the counter, and you see what looks to be a elven mill standing behind it. And Leah, you would know from looking at them that they are pretty old. The rest of you is hard to tell elven age, but you can tell the features that mark them as somebody is probably good 500 plus years old.
But I don't know him like personally. I haven't seen.
No, you don't know him personally. Okay. But as you all step in, he will look up at all of you and welcome to the Fey Huntress Respites. Name's Gallon. Anything I can do for all of you?
Yes, we'll need a table for 1, 2, 3, 4. How many people are in this party right now?
A lot.
We have 4 NPCs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 people. We need a table for 10. And a booster seat for the shop.
And a happy meal.
And a kids menu. And a kids menu.
Sure thing. I'm going to have to put some tables together. Just a moment. And he kind of steps around and he starts moving some tables around and shifting them and gives you eventually a big place to sit.
Fantastic. Thank you.
How much in Elvish to the guy I say greetings, and how much would this be for all the food and drinks?
Depends what you get. We have a nice selection of elven wines, best of the land, unless you want some of that human swill that we call ale.
I would like to have some of that wine.
Well, it's for a bottle. It's 10 gold pieces. Is the child going to drink too? And he kind of gives it like a curious.
Are you speaking?
RVO.
Oh. Do you have any chocolate milk? Hang on, I'm sorry. That's on me. What do you have as far as like juice goes?
Oh, I can go and squeeze some things. Depends on what you want. I do not have anything ready to go, but I can make it fresh for you.
Orange juice, maybe. Like I kind of like look down at Dymek, who has been on mute for this entire.
Whatever juice is in season.
Whatever's in season, please.
No problem. And well, the rest of you then, that'd be 3 bottles, I would assume, depending how heavily you drink. So 30 gold pieces for the wine.
And how much for a round of food for all of us?
A couple silver per, so 20 silver.
I'm gonna give him 35 gold. I think this should cover it.
Indeed, it will. You wish for change, or
No, keep the change.
all right? And he bows again, and he heads back. And it's gonna take him a little while to bring stuff out. The first thing he does is he will immediately come back out and set down the bottles of wine and some goblets for all of you, and then he will disappear and come out a little bit later with the juice. Anything you all wish to talk about?
Yeah, before we get all settled in, what about any rooms? How many rooms are available?
Currently, we have nobody staying here. So, you wish to stay in one room? I don't have 10 rooms, unfortunately, but
No, we're most likely gonna bunker up.
all
I
right.
mean,
Well, I have 5 to spare.
my family and I will take one room, if that's all right.
Sounds good.
We'll be able to fit it. We'll take all 5.
Okay, well, it will be a silver per room.
I'll put down a silver for me.
I'll put 4.
I kind of look at Grim and say,
I probably just look for a cozy place outside. I don't want you guys to spend money on me.
No,
Don't
it's
carry
fine.
those.
It's fine. We have. If no one wants to take share a room with you, it's okay.
Okay.
Can I do can I lean over to Grim? It's like, I don't think it's necessarily her being humble. I don't think she's comfortable in a more urban environment.
Yes, I figured that out, Arvio. I was talking to her earlier.
Well, all rooms it is. I will go ahead and get started on that, and that's
Thank
when
you.
he walks away.
I'll nod and say thank you.
As you're standing there, Sir Ren will kind of clear his throat and well, thank you for helping all of us. This was kind of the payments or the gold, the money from the other people, and we really do not feel it's right for us to take it, but we do wish to offer it as payment. And he kind of plops down a giant bag that clunks as it hits the table. If you wish to, I'll take this as a reward for helping us.
Here's my question to you. Did your friend who met his unfortunate end, did he have a family?
All the ones who met an unfortunate end had families.
Respectfully, do you not think that they might be able to probably use that a little bit better than we could?
Not really, considering that they were also eaten by the creatures.
That was not elaborated upon, actually.
So there was basically a caravan of merchants. We were packing up our families and our livelihoods to head north. We are all that's left now.
Well, wouldn't you like to use some of this money to maybe re-establish yourselves?
Well, we have our money. This is from the others. I mean, if you do not want it,
I think you guys should split it for
at
yourselves.
least maybe you might want this as payment. And they hold out a looks to be a necklace, and there's no way we are going to need this. I'm not sure what it is, but it is magical.
May I? I hold up.
Hand it over to you.
I tell them to keep the money, and I also bought rooms for you guys, so you don't have to worry about it, and food, and wine, drink up.
Thank you.
I said I was gonna pay for that, you asshole.
It's already paid for through the group fund, so technically you paid for it too.
From what we saw as we came in, I do believe there's a harbor further out in the lake out there. We will probably head out first thing in the morning, and Sal's like, it is probably best. See if we can get out to the northern pass and get out of here in a ship.
Good luck to you guys.
Somewhere.
It's been a pleasure getting to know you.
So you eventually the juice comes out. You are sitting there holding this necklace.
I'm gonna burn a quick identify just to see what this is. Just like,
All right.
let's do it.
I do not know why it's not opening. Give me a second. I will give it to you so you can look at it.
Of course.
I just need a refresh. Okay.
Well, I finally sit down and take one of those bottles of wine for myself.
All right. You should now see what it is. And as you guys are hanging out, he will eventually bring out the food. And if there's anything else you need, I will be over there. He goes back to behind the counter and continues just cleaning up.
I do not see it. Oh, I found it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Huh. This is divination magic. So, weird question. Who here, oh boy, would like to be able to read minds?
I raise my hand.
That's just looks. Oh boy. Anybody else would like to maybe take this?
That's too invasive for me. I'll pass.
Okay. Sure. I like to slowly slide it up.
I will put it on. Does it require attunement?
It does.
So I guess it'll take till the next. What is it? Downtime I have to do.
Yeah,
To
just give or take
It's an hour.
Yeah.
How many bottles are on the table?
What is it called?
Medallion.
Amulet of Health. Or,
No.
no, I gave him the wrong one. Medallion of Thoughts.
Okay.
And it will be in your journal. Almost gave him your amulet there.
I literally die immediately.
There's 3 bottles sitting on the table.
I will
Le-
take a
Le- Leah-
glass full.
Leah would take example of Grim.
All right.
So she would check from the bottle.
I'm like, Dymac, don't do this. Dymac, do you see this? Do not do this. I point to Grim and Leah. These are what you call alcoholics.
You notice that he, for the first time in a long time, sitting in this environment where it's warm and dry and comfortable and having food looks comfortable. Change from normal.
Oh, Dymac does? Oh, that's okay.
To be fair, this is Grim's first drink in a long time.
I know he's half giving Dymac a life lesson and half just joking about.
Grim rarely drinks, if you remember correctly.
No, I don't remember correctly, but now I do. Sorry. I'll have like a glass of wine for myself, but I don't want to,
Well, there's still one bottle left, so.
Then there must be enough for everybody to share. If Amima just straight starts chugging the bottle, I swear to God. I swear to God.
She actually does not touch any.
By the way,
share the juice with Dymac.
should I roll anything for intoxication?
Have you drank elven wine when you went to visit the elves?
If they were to offer it, I would probably not be curious myself.
Yeah, they there's basically like going to Mexico, you have water and you have alcohol. And those are like the 2 drinks of choice. So
Okay, fair enough.
you would have definitely been offered several points in time throughout your visits wine.
Okay.
It's just a matter of how much you drink, and if you're gonna like down a whole bottle, is that what you're doing?
I mean, I'm basically copying Grim at this point.
Both of you can go ahead and give me Constitution checks.
I might need to consider hero. No, we can't use hero points yet. Shit. 11.
You roll a. Oh, I was gonna make you roll a 2.
Grim, you're fine. You probably might want to order a couple more, get that buzz you're looking for. But Leah, after you finish it, you're not completely a green in the gills, but you definitely, after downing the entire bottle, you feel it and have trouble talking. You are slurring and you fumble around a lot with stuff.
Are you okay, little one?
Yeah.
That was
You don't
definitely
look too
annoying.
good.
I think I'm gonna grab some fresh air. And she stands up and attempts to go to the outside.
Okay, you can walk, definitely staggering and swaying as you do, but you find yourself outside. And so the rest of you kind of hang out and eat and enjoy yourselves.
Oh yeah, I'm indulging myself right now.
Okay.
Cerise will get up and just follow and keep an eye on Leah.
All right. Are you gonna come back to the inn, Leah, or are you gonna go camp in a tree somewhere?
I mean, Grim kind of showed me that the room isn't an issue, so out of pleasantry, she would join in.
Okay, so you follow her around a bit, and eventually she'll come back. And as it is dark and nighttime, you are all sleepy and tired. You head to your respective rooms. Who is staying with who? So I know Arvio and his family is in one room.
I will literally take the last room available.
I will go with Ceres, I believe.
Yep.
That's 3, and the NPCs are gonna have a room, and you're gonna bunk with Awen. All right, so you all go to sleep. Shut your eyes, full, happy, warm, pleasant. First time in a long time you guys have been off your, you've been off your feet, but laying in a comfortable bed with a belly full of good food and some wine, and you're starting to feel pretty good about yourselves. And it's deep into the night when Arvio, you awaken
I can't have nice things.
to a scream. It's not just a scream. It's a little voice yelling, "Daddy!"
Okay,
hear
I'm up. I'm up.
Window shatter. And you hear the scream getting further and further away. And you sit up and you're looking and you're desperately trying to search around. But you're in complete blackness. And even with your dark vision, you see nothing.
Do I know in which direction? Can I hear in which direction the window was?
Yeah.
Cool. I cast fly and I fly in that fucking direction.
All right. You fly out of the window. Takes you a little bit because at first you're bumping into the wall and you're trying to feel, and it's just darkness. And eventually your hand touches broken glass and you pull yourself through. And you got to go a little bit, but eventually you break out and you're looking around in the pitch blackness of night. You can now see with your dark vision. You look around.
Yep.
You see nothing. Well, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Is it a new day?
No.
Okay. Well, 15 in total.
You look around. You hear nothing. You see the stars. It is clear now. The clouds have parted. You kind of look back towards the window and you can see this just dark blackness. Even in the dead of night, it stands out, and it seems to be like a spear of it kind of stuck against the side of the building where your window was. And you're looking around. You no longer hear screaming, and you do not see anything.
Okay. I cast sending
Okay.
to Dymek.
All right.
Dimek, I need you to tell me right now which direction they took you in.
You just get back. See, do they have to talk in order to respond to you?
That part is up to you. because
Isn't it
they-
telepathically anyway?
Yes. Kind of. You know what?
You
Actually,
can
what I'm
send
gonna
me,
do-
right?
I'm going to do that. So that.
As far as I've seen everybody do it, you have to physically speak because it does say verbal in it.
Okay, then I will verbally speak.
You just get back a bunch of what sounds like mumbling, and then what you can make out is he absolutely has no idea. Help. And we will go ahead and end the session there.
I hate
What?
you.
Oh my
I
god, what a
hate you.
cliffhanger.
I'm not coming back. Fuck you. I hate you. I love you. I'm not coming back.
Have a good
I
night.
can't have nice things.
All right.